Hi, welcome to Meet Your Instructor. I have with me today the wonderful Master Certified Coach, Karen Cappello. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you, Laurel. It really is an honor to be here.
Karen teaches our students about the energy of success and how to create a signature coaching program. And I just want to start off by saying that I love working with you. And for those that are watching, Karen is amazing because she introduces success with ease and joy. And one thing that I really struggled with when I first came into coaching was I have to work so hard at this to be successful. And I feel like that's kind of a common theme in our society. So when you introduced this concept of success with ease and joy, I was like, oh my gosh, is that even possible? And through working with you, I found that it is indeed possible. So thank you.
You are welcome. Yes, it's definitely possible.
So, can you start off by sharing a little bit with our audience about what inspired you to step into coaching?
Well, it was this success with ease and joy. So just a little bit back, I started out as a university administrator and educator. Then I became a president of a semiconductor manufacturing company. And then I became a financial and estate planner. So I kind of say I ruined my resume, and coaching brought it all together. But what really happened was about this success with ease and joy. So I was an estate planner, and I was working 60 to 70 hours a week. Seriously. I know it was true. Now I cannot even fathom that that happened. It was like totally another lifetime ago. And I was very successful. I made the $1 million round table in my second year, which was unheard of. And I was completely exhausted. I was so
Yeah.
tired. I was like, I can't do this. So it was unsustainable for sure. And I knew that I was going to have to make a change, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And I hired a coach who was a good friend of mine. And she said, I'm doing this thing called coaching. Let's have a free session. And then I hired her as my coach. And I worked with her for about 6 months. And I realized that I needed to make a shift. I needed to make a change, but I still didn't know what it was. So I left my job. And now I had money saved, not for the rest of my life. I had to do something, but I had some money saved. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to do whatever is in front of me. I'm going to clean out every drawer and closet in my house, because then I didn't know about decluttering was such a great thing, but I just needed to do it. And within about a month, somebody said to me, there was a woman in Scottsdale, and she was highly successful. And she said to me, Karen, I've been reading about all these coaches. I've been listening to all these coaches. You should become a coach. And when she said it to me, Laurel, I felt the truth of it. She said, just go get trained and, hang out a shingle and start this, because you've actually been coaching people all of your life. And it was true in financial planning. You ask people, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? And then you create a plan. So I was already doing some of that.
Say, what advice do you have to somebody that is considering becoming a coach?
Well, I would say if you're considering becoming a coach, then you probably should do it, because, my dad used to say, "How can you listen to people all day?" He was a CEO. He wasn't the same as I was. So if you have a propensity and you're going, "Wow, I'm thinking about becoming a coach," it's probably the right thing for you. If you like to listen to people, if you like to help people get to their goals, if you've been doing this all your life, then why not? And I wish that I had found coaching sooner, although as a profession, we're relatively young. So I think I found coaching about the time that it was starting to get some traction. I say, it's an amazing way to give your gifts to the world. You can make a huge impact. One of the things I also would say to you is you're probably going to have to learn entrepreneurial skills, which are not as, a little foreign, I will say, to most people that coming out of the corporate world. And that might be your biggest learning gap that you're going to need to fill. But it's worth it because every day, like every single day, I get to make a difference in people's lives, and it's just so exciting.
Yeah, that is so wonderful. And I've also found that people that are ready to come into coaching, it's like there's something inside of them that's ready to awaken. They may not know what it is yet, but have you experienced that?
Yes, I'll be talking to people, and they'll be curious about coaching. Now, some people, they don't want to know anything about it, but others will be curious. They'll start asking me a lot of questions. It's because something's going on within them.
Do you have a favorite coaching moment?
Oh, there are so many. Well, there was one coaching moment in the beginning where my client came in, and I was coaching newer coaches at the time. And so she was a new coach, and we had coached together for about a month. And she comes into her coaching session. She says, I think I'm going to have to put my coaching on hold because I'm moving next month. And I said, okay. And so I said, well, what do you want to be coached on? She says, well, she said, when I come into my coaching session and I'm the client, I'm not getting anything out of my coaching. She says this to me. I go, okay. And then she said, but when I'm the coach and I'm coaching people, they're getting so much out of it. I'm getting so much out of it. It's so amazing. And the reason this is one of my favorite moments is that inside my head I was going, does she understand that she's saying to me that she's getting nothing out of our coaching? Like, does she get what she's saying to me? And it's something like that. And I thought, oh my gosh. But then I thought, how much does she trust me to really be able to bring this? Because it's about us. So I had a moment of grace, which is why I like this. And I said to her, would you like to explore that? And she said, yeah. And so we talked, and I said, well, what's happening when you're coming into your own coaching sessions as a client? What's happening when you're coming in as a coach? And she realized that when she was coming in as a client, she wasn't doing any preparation for the session. She was just flopping in there and doing nothing. When she was a coach, she would light a candle, she would take 15 minutes in meditation and all of this. And so she realized that if she could just do the same thing for her own coaching session, she might get a lot out of it. So at the end of the session, I said, okay, I know you're moving. We can take a month off. She said, are you kidding? I can't take a month off. This is too valuable. It will help me get through the move. So it was this moment of, oh my gosh, I was like persona non grata to, oh my gosh, she really needed me. So I think the reason I really love that moment is because there was a moment of grace there for me, and I was really able to hold a space for a client that needed it, and she got a lot out of it. Anyway, that's one of my favorite moments.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. And how would you describe your coaching style?
Uh, it's fun and extremely effective. So I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my clients. Like I said, success with ease and joy. I want to enjoy working with my clients. My clients are very high achievers. So am I. So it's also very effective, but it's that success with ease and joy. So it doesn't have to be all serious or hard work. It's very action oriented though. My clients usually like to move forward fast. They got a goal, they want to get there, they're willing to do what it takes, and there's a lot of laughter, I think. What do you think, Laurel?
Absolutely. Yes. And Karen, any final words to share with our audience?
I just want to say thank you for being a coach. Thank you for even thinking about it and wanting to do this. I see so many people giving their time, their treasure, and their talents to doing this and helping other people get to their goals and raise the consciousness of the world. And there's nothing better. There's no better feeling. So I just want to say I really appreciate your listening to this. And if you're deciding to become a coach, I really appreciate having you as my colleague in coaching.
Beautifully put. Thank you, Karen.